Welcome to IT Playground Podcast, where technology meets innovation. Join us as we explore the latest trends, insights, and expert opinions on all things IT.
Great to be here.
Today, we're diving deep into something really crucial for basically all registered companies now.
Yeah.
Building a strong online presence and, that corporate identity.
Yeah, absolutely essential stuff.
You shared some really interesting material outlining why this matters so much. And, well, our mission today is to unpack it all. Highlight the key takeaways.
Sounds good.
We'll be looking at the essentials: websites, domain names, corporate identity branding, CIB professional emails, IT security, and of course, backups.
The whole package.
Okay, let's unpack this by looking at what the sources call the foundational trio: your website, your domain name, and your corporate identity branding.
Right.
The sources highlight that a website, it's evolved way beyond just being like an online brochure these days.
Oh, totally. That's absolutely right. What's fascinating, I think, is how a well-crafted website really acts as a magnet, for a global audience.
Global, yeah.
The material points out that this increased visibility is just a game changer for companies looking to expand their reach. But it's more than just being seen, right? It's about establishing trust. Like right from that first click.
That first impression.
Exactly. Potential clients, they often vet companies online first, and a professional, informative website is kind of your digital handshake. It signals you're legit, you're reliable.
It's so true. And it's not just a passive thing either. The sources really emphasize that your website is this dynamic marketing and advertising hub.
Active, yeah.
You've got the power to showcase what you offer, share your story, really shape how people see you.
You control the narrative there.
Plus, that direct line to customer engagement, answering questions, getting feedback, that's just invaluable, isn't it?
Absolutely.
What really stands out to you about this sort of evolution, the website becoming this central online hub?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it's really about owning your narrative. In the digital world, I mean.
Owning it, yeah.
Your website is digital territory you actually control. It's the bedrock, really, of your whole online strategy. If you rely only on, say, social media or other platforms, you kind of limit your ability to present yourself fully, professionally.
Good point.
Think of it like the online equivalent of having your own actual storefront. You wouldn't just rely on a market stall, would you?
Makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, now let's zero in on the domain name, that unique online address.
Right, the .com.
Yeah. The sources make it clear this is more than just, something people type in. It's about making it easy for them to find you and, crucially, remember you.
Memorability is key.
That simplicity, like yourcompany.com, it just screams professionalism, doesn't it?
It really does. And what's interesting here, I think, is how that consistent, memorable online address just cuts through all the noise online.
There's so much noise.
Exactly. It's like having a clear, recognizable street address in the physical world, builds brand recall, reinforces your legitimacy every single time it's shared.
Every time.
And the material we looked at sort of suggests that a custom domain, it signals you're serious. You're committed long-term to your online presence.
Right. You're not just using a free temporary thing. And it's so intertwined with your brand identity, too, bolstering that online reputation. It all kind of works together.
It has to.
Now, let's talk corporate identity branding, CIB. This is all about that visual language, isn't it? Your logo, colors, the whole feel across everything.
A look and feel, yeah.
The sources highlight how this creates a consistent brand image, making you that familiar face, that presence in your industry. Why is that consistency just so crucial?
Well, this raises a really important point. How do you actually create a lasting impression? Strong CIB is a key differentiator. When your visuals, your logo, colors, fonts are harmonized across your website, social media, even email signatures.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. It builds familiarity. It builds trust. Think about, established brands. You often recognize their colors or logo instantly, right? Without the name even.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the power of consistent CIB. It's like creating a visual shortcut straight to your company's identity.
Those visual shortcuts, yeah, they're incredibly effective.
Yeah.
Can you think of some examples? Strong CIB that immediately come to mind, and maybe why they work so well?
Sure. I mean, think of companies with logos that are just instantly recognizable, even if you took the name away.
Like a swoosh or some fruit.
Exactly. Often they're simple, unique designs, and they're just applied consistently across everything, all their materials.
Right.
And the color palettes they use also become really strongly associated with their brand personality. You mentioned one. Think of the specific shade of red used by a major soda company.
You picture it now.
Right. They work because they're memorable, and they just constantly reinforce the brand's message and its values.
Makes perfect sense. Okay, let's pivot slightly. The power of professional communication. Emails.
Ah, yes.
Email. It might seem obvious, maybe, but the sources clearly state that using professional email addresses is vital for credibility.
Absolutely vital.
That email ending with your company domain,
Mm-hmm.
it just carries more weight, doesn't it, than,
Yeah.
say, a free generic one.
It really does. What's fascinating here is how something, seemingly simple like your email address can significantly shape how you're perceived.
Perception is reality online sometimes.
Pretty much. Using a generic address, like from a free provider, it can unintentionally raise red flags for people receiving it. Like, is this a real business? Is it serious?
Right. Is it secure?
Exactly. A professional email address tied directly to your domain acts as this constant reinforcement of your brand's authenticity and trustworthiness with every single message you send.
It's that subtle but constant validation.
Yeah.
And the sources point out it's a cornerstone of effective communication with everyone, clients, partners, stakeholders, just projects that polished image.
Mm-hmm. Consistent professionalism.
Now let's tackle the non-negotiables in today's digital world.
Oh.
IT security and backup.
Okay, the big ones.
This isn't just tech speak, is it? It's about protecting your business's lifeblood, really.
Couldn't agree more.
The sources really underscore the protection IT security offers against cyber threats, minimizing the potential for those, well, damaging data breaches.
Absolutely. And if we connect this to the bigger picture again, robust IT security, it's no longer just some technical detail. It's fundamental to business resilience.
Resilience, yeah.
The fallout from a data breach can be, well, catastrophic, not just the financial losses, but huge damage to your reputation, your customer trust.
Trust is hard to rebuild.
Very. And the material also highlights the importance of compliance. Data protection regulations, they can carry significant penalties if you're not compliant.
Hefty fines.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So ultimately, strong IT security shows your customers you take their data seriously. It builds that trust.
So what are some of the most common cyber threats that companies, especially maybe registered companies just getting established online, should be really aware of right now?
Well, phishing is always a big one. Those malicious emails trying to trick employees into giving up sensitive info, clicking bad links.
That's too common.
Persistently common. Then you have malware, of course. Malicious software designed to harm your systems.
Right.
And that can range from, viruses that just disrupt things to ransomware that locks up all your data and demands money.
The nightmare scenario.
Pretty much. These are the kinds of threats that even small registered companies absolutely need to be aware of and protect against.
Okay. Now, let's talk back up. Your essential safety net, as the sources put
A
it.
safety net, yeah. Crucial.
The material emphasizes its critical role in data protection, preventing that horrible scenario of losing or corrupting vital information.
Data loss prevention.
And it's not just about data loss. It's about ensuring business continuity, right? Allowing you to recover quickly from any kind of data disaster.
Exactly. In today's, data-centric world, the ability to quickly recover from any kind of data incident is just paramount.
You need to get back up and running.
Fast. A solid backup strategy ensures that even if the unexpected happens, hardware fails, a cyber attack hits, even just human error.
Oops moments.
Yeah, oops, moments happen. Your critical business info is safe and can be restored. It minimizes downtime, keeps your operations running.
Which brings us to a crucial question, I think. Given how much businesses rely on data now, how often should they actually be backing up their critical information?
The frequency question. That's the million-dollar question for many.
What's a good general guideline here, based on the sources?
Well, it definitely varies, Depends on the volume of data, how often it changes. But for most active businesses, daily backups should probably be considered the absolute minimum.
Daily minimum, I bet.
Yeah, and for businesses with really rapidly changing data e-commerce sites, maybe multiple backups throughout the day might even be necessary.
Right.
The key takeaway, I think, from the sources is the need for a regular automated backup system and, crucially, a tested recovery plan.
Tested is the key word there.
Absolutely. Backups are only useful if you actually know you can restore the data when you need it most. Test it.
Got it. So we've covered all these vital components: websites, domains, branding, email, security, backup. Now, let's consider the investment, the balance of pros and cons.
Right. The practicalities.
The sources lay this out pretty clearly. On the pro side, we see Increased online visibility, better credibility, stronger brand recognition, better customer engagement.
All the good stuff.
All those factors that really contribute to sustainable growth, long-term stability.
Precisely. The pros really just underscore the strategic value of doing all this. It's not just like checking off boxes on a list. It's about building a resilient, competitive business in this digital age.
It's an investment.
A strong online presence isn't really a cost. It's an investment in your future.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But then, okay, we have the cons. The sources mentioned initial costs, website development, security measures, they add up.
They can, yeah.
Ongoing maintenance is another one. The possibility of negative online feedback, which happens. Dependence on technology, and even the risk of, like, brand identity theft or cyber attacks, despite doing your best.
Right. It's not always smooth sailing. No guarantees.
So how can companies proactively, mitigate some of these potential downsides, manage these risks?
Yeah, good question. I think proactive planning and a strategic approach are just essential. For those initial costs, maybe consider a phased implementation. Prioritize the most critical bits first.
Don't have to do everything at once.
Exactly. Ongoing maintenance. That just needs to be factored into your budget right from the start. Treat it as a utility cost almost.
Gone.
Negative feedback. Look, it's challenging, but maybe view it as valuable insight, a chance to improve.
Turn it into a positive.
Try to. And for the tech dependence and cyber risks, robust cybersecurity measures and, importantly, employee training can significantly reduce those risks.
Training is key.
It really is. It's about being prepared, viewing these potential downsides not as showstoppers, but as, manageable challenges.
Manageable challenges. That's a helpful perspective. Being prepared, proactive. Now, the material you shared also mentions IT Playground and the range of services offered to help registered companies in exactly these areas we've been discussing. It sounds like a really comprehensive suite.
It does.
From, website design and development, domain registration, corporate identity branding, logo design, brand strategy, marketing materials, professional email services, IT security like vulnerability assessments, pen testing, consulting, and backup and disaster recovery solutions.
Covers all the bases we talked about.
It really does. What's particularly interesting, I think, is how these services seem interconnected, designed to create that cohesive online presence.
Exactly. What stands out is that integrated approach. Your website, your branding, your security, they aren't isolated pieces, are they?
No, they all influence each other.
They function as a unified whole to build a strong, effective online presence. So having a partner who kind of gets those interdependencies can be a really significant advantage. Helps create a holistic, impactful digital strategy.
Makes sense. Okay, so wrapping things up, what does this all mean for you, the listener? Hopefully this deep dive has illuminated the crucial elements of establishing that strong online presence and corporate identity in today's world.
Yeah, hopefully it's been useful.
From a professional website and a memorable domain name to consistent branding, secure communication, robust IT security, and reliable backups, each part plays a vital role. Building credibility, reaching your audience, safeguarding your business.
Each piece matters.
So this raises an important question for you to consider. What is the single most impactful step you think you can take today to strengthen your company's online foundation based on everything we've discussed?
Yeah, reflect on your current situation. Which of these foundational elements presents the most immediate opportunity for improvement for you?
Right.
Is it maybe refining your website's user experience, ensuring your brand messaging is really consistent, or perhaps just reviewing your data backup procedures?
Find that one key area.
Exactly. Identifying that one key area to focus on right now can be a really powerful catalyst for strengthening your overall online presence.
Great final thought. Thanks for tuning in to IT Playground Podcast. Join us next time for more tech talk, insights, and innovation.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow us for more.